What up? Come on in. That like button. What's going on out here? How you feeling? How's everybody doing? What up? What's the deal? What up? Shout out to SD Walk. Yeah. How's everybody doing? What's going on? What's going on? This Sunday afternoon, everybody enjoying this Sunday, the Lord's Day? I went to church, watching the playoffs. What up? Ain't finna be on here long. Just wanted to drop a nugget real quick. Can't be on here long. That's why I'm doing it in this format. Because if I go in the studio and sit down and, I say an hour and next thing you know, it's 4 or 5 hours later. This format, I can get in and get out because I do need to grab something to eat. And I got to go hit this little birthday party at this spot. Is this Quavo? Nah, this ain't Quavo. I'm going to show you something, though. Hold on. Let me show you something. Let me show you something real quick. Moderators, you already know what time it is when we go this way, so you just put your finger on the trigger and be ready to pull it. All right, so boom, we got 30, 40 some people in here already. Boom, just want to get in and not get out. Forget the playoffs. I'm trying to get a local contract. That's what it is. So check this out though. Information ain't everything. You know what I'm saying? The information that you get on YouTube or Instagram or wherever you pull it from, Google, this, that, and the third, when it comes to whatever field you trying to get in, right? You got to take that information and you got to actually apply it. You got to actually apply it, all right? The information is one thing, but if you don't apply the information, then it's not going to work, all right? And when I say apply, I mean apply it with full force. No half-stepping, no half-assing. I'm talking about foot on the gas. I ain't talking about pedal to the metal. I'm talking about foot on the gas, pedal to the flow. Not the floor, but to the flow. All right, pedal gotta be to the flow. All right, we talk about it all the time, but every now and again I gotta touch back in and give people a reminder and get them a boost of motivation. Listen, check this out. It's competitive out here. All right, nothing's gonna come easy. I still see it. Like these DMs, like if I could, every now and again I give you a glimpse into my DMs, but like some of this shit that I be reading in my DMs, and I got a lot of DMs. Like a lot of this shit is just it's just unbelievable. Let me say this first of all. I don't do mentorships. All right. Second of all, if you come to me for coaching, you know what I'm saying? Your time, for one, may be limited because I'm really considering cutting them off, right? I don't really do them like that anyway. But if you come to me for coaching, that don't guarantee that you're going to get a contract. Like coming to me for coaching is not me taking you and giving you a connect. You're not paying for a coaching session to get your hand held or you getting walked in the door for somewhere. I don't do that. Anybody that watches the content will tell you I don't walk you in nowhere. I give you the tools so that you can walk yourself in the door. It's people that beg me, Mark, we heard about your broker. Can you put me on? The answer is no. I won't even give people my broker. People come in my chat, man, Mark, help me out, man. I was paying $1,900. He hooked me up with his broker. I'm only paying $800. That don't mean that's for everybody. I do certain things for certain people. I'm not going to do what I do for one person for 30,000 other people. Why? That one individual obviously showed me something that I feel like, yo, I can walk them in this door and they're going to go ahead and handle business. I can give them the connect. The connect ain't for everybody. The connect is a reward for people that show me, yo, I'm out here, I'm trying to get to it. A lot of people not really trying to get to it. A lot of people that say they want to get in this game, they ain't killers. And when I say killers, I'm not talking about actual killers. I'm talking about cats that's going out there ready to murk something in this trucking thing, this box trucking thing. People talk about, man, Mark, why you? And it's mostly from women, man, Mark. I hate when you, and I said it. I hate when you talk about it. Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen. This is a dirty game, man. And you're going to have to get your hands dirty. And I'm not saying get them dirty by doing something that you're not supposed to do illegal. What I mean by getting your hands dirty, meaning you're going to have to go out here and really put your foot down and put your foot on. When I say put your foot, I'm really talking about putting your foot on necks and applying pressure. Like this ain't no joke. Y'all, I be getting these DMs and I be tweaking like, man, did you really just DM me this? Like nothing is going to be handed over to you. I'm giving you the fishing line. I'm giving you the strategy. I'm giving you the worms. I'm giving you everything so that you can go cast that reel and go out there and catch that fish yourself. I'm not finna walk you through no door. I'm going to give you the information so you can walk yourself through these doors. Information that wasn't provided to me. I had to go figure the information out. And see, when people come in, they leave because they ain't getting the responses that they want. Listen, check this out. If I came and I just handed you the key, even though I handed you the key, you're going to fail. You know why? Because I'm giving you, it's just like this. Check it out. It's just like this. A reason why a lot of these shorties out here is crashing out nowadays, and somebody said it to me a few weeks ago, and I had to really think about it. I kind of agree with it. I kind of disagree, but I kind of agree with it now. A major part of the reason why a lot of these shorties crashing out, and I had to think about it, and I went to the barber shop early, and I had a conversation with my barber and a few other people in there. I had a few conversations with my homies last night. We trying to figure out, like, why all these shorties, every time it's warm here, 1,000 of them are grouped together and they'll just run through downtown terrorizing people. And we had to figure out why this is going on, because when we were shorties, we weren't doing that. A lot of these parents nowadays spoils these kids. They spoil them. They don't have to work for nothing. 16 years old, they get a car. 18 years old, they get another car. You get handed shit, so then boom, when it's time for you to get out there in the world as an adult, you don't know how to go out there and get it on your own because you got everything handed to you and you didn't appreciate the shit when it got handed to you. Somebody said y'all was doing that shit. Who was y'all? I don't got no shorties. And check this out. My kid, I'm not giving them a car. They got to go work and earn for it. I'm not giving my kid no car. I'm not doing it. Can you avoid waste? Can I avoid waste stations? Check this out. I'm not giving anybody no information to get them in trouble. This ain't the channel for that. I don't give information to get you in trouble. I give you straight up information that's going to help you advance and make money. All right. My son is expecting a truck in a couple years. I hope he get out there and get it. I hope he gets out there and earns it. So check this out. It's the same thing. That scenario that I gave, that analogy I just gave, as far as parents crippling their kids to the point where they can't even get them out the door and they can't sustain on their own because they didn't gave them everything and they didn't realize that, you know what, maybe I should hold back on providing every single little thing so that little Bob, your little man, has the capability to go out here and know how to earn and work for things on his own. I don't want to cripple him. Same thing here. I'm going to give you all the information and the tools that you need for you to go out here and get it on your own. You got to earn it. I can give you the blueprint from A to Z, which I have. I done told you how to go out here and start all the way to scale, all the way to sell your business. Mark, I don't got no money. I want to get in the business, but I don't got the money to get in. I told you how to get in without having any money. But guess what? At the end of the day, you know what you got to do? You got to apply that pressure. You got to put that work in. You got to grind hard. And we're going to continue to talk about this. Like, until people stop coming to me with this goofball ass shit, talking about this easy shit, like this shit's supposed to get handed to you, you tweaking. Anybody that comes to me and tells me when I'm trying to start a business so I can find, I'm tired of the 9 to 5. Charlie, listen here. You're going to work harder with a business. We're going to keep talking about it until I feel like, people get the point. Some people it's going to sound like repetitive. People that watch the content often, you're going to see probably every third or fourth video, I'm going to have to reiterate the pressure that you're going to have to apply. Like I don't get it. Chicago different, especially with the immigrant money. Chicago is different. We cut different from a lot of people. New York cut different from a lot of people. LA, my LA brothers cut different. That's the difference from big city individuals and small city individuals. You dig what I'm saying? Wow, we have to go out here and get it because it's so expensive to live. But if you come from middle America and you used to pay, somebody told me they paying $600 for mortgage a month. My cable bill is $300 a month. Just my cable and my internet. You paying $600 for mortgage. I'm paying half of that for cable and internet. This is why I'm here and that person is there. Not to say that person is somewhere where they're not supposed to be, but because life may not be as expensive, it may not require them to have that dog in them to get out there and get it. So if you want to come into a business where you in a melting pot and you in a gumbo soup competing with people from all different walks of life, guess what? You can't have that weak ass, soft ass mentality because you've been accustomed to that all your life because you grew up in middle America and things are handed to you and things have come easy and things are very inexpensive or whatever the case may be that has caused you to be so laissez-faire. You want the money or what? Always has something. Whatever I say, he's going or she's going to always oppose me. He says, Chicago is very inexpensive. How you going to tell me, man? I live here. And I've traveled everywhere. Everything I say, and I just let this person come in and sometimes I ignore him, but this right here is cap. South Florida is expensive. Chicago is expensive. New York is expensive. LA is expensive. In comparison to South Carolina, Alabama, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Colorado. Come on, man. Like everything that I say, if you just don't like the channel, just say you don't like the channel. But you ain't got to oppose everything I say because you want to have a difference. You know what I'm saying? That's cap. I'll let you get away with a lot of your opposition, but that right there is cap. I'm not going to let you do it. You have 3-bedroom property for $40K retail. You that's cap, man. That's cap. That's cap, man. Stop it. All right, but I'm gonna get back on topic. Check it out. Some people, they feel a certain type of way. The point that I'm trying to make, they take the message and they take it to heart. You know what I'm saying? This is the message. Listen, you gonna come in this gumbo pot of soup. And you're going to compete with people from different walks of life, right? Because you chose to get into the box truck thing, especially if you're going over the road, regardless of what lane you're going to, but especially if you're going over the road because you've been for loads, you're going to come from people that got more dog in you than you, right? You're going to have to up your dog to that level and go beyond that level. Ain't shit going to come to you easy. If you competing against me, I'm trying to knock your head off. And these are facts. I'm trying to knock your head off. Any chance I get, I'm trying to take it. If it's me and you, I want it to be me. If we competing for a customer, I'm trying to get that customer. Whatever I got to do to get that customer, I'm going to do it. If I got to undercut you, whatever it is I got to do that's on the right side of the law, I'm going to do it. You want the money or not? Says I'll jump in. I've been waiting to talk to you because man, everything you have not, and you don't have to, but it's like everything I say, you oppose it, which is fine. But that right there is cap. You can't tell me that because I live here. I've been living here for 44 years, and I've traveled everywhere. All right, even our taxes are what the second highest in the country, 10.25%. You can't tell me it's not expensive to live here, man. You just can't. You can't tell me it's not expensive to live here, man. You can't. What up, Paul? Yo, what's good, Mark? What's good, Shaq? Can we get a call-in show? Got to update a few questions. I had a call-in show the other day. Most Fridays or Saturdays. I usually do them Fridays or Saturdays. I just did one the other day. You got to turn them notifications on. Turn them notifications on. Hey, Costa's in here. Somebody said Chicago is inexpensive. Like, come on, man. I'm just using an analogy as compare and contrast. You know what I'm saying? So, getting back to what I was saying, if you're coming from a place where you were just accustomed to things being easy, you coming into a business where you got people from other walks of life who may not have had things so easy, and they just already got that competitive nature and that competitive spirit in them already. So they already know what to do. They already TTG. They already TTG, trained to go. You gotta turn your TTG up. If you ain't TTG, you need to go turn it up, turn it on, and get to it. Same thing, yo. The rates. And we're gonna keep reiterating this shit because we got new people always coming in. The rates, man, the rates ain't low. The rates is what you listen, check this out. The rates are the rates. You can say they low, you can say they're trash, whatever it is. Listen, if you want to get into this business, you got to figure out a way to make shit work the way it is. You are not in the position to change anything. If you want to get in, you got to figure out a way to make it work. The best way to make it work is come in with as low of an overhead as possible, right? Come in with as low as an overhead as possible, understanding what I've been telling you the whole time, that you got to compete. Don't come in with high expenses, high overhead. Why? Because there's going to be a guy whose expenses are low, and you're going to go out and compete for a customer, and they're going to beat you every time, and then you're going to say this guy's taking cheap freight, and really he's not taking cheap freight. He just can afford to take the freight that you want cheaper than you. This is why he wanted and you didn't. If you start a moving company, you charging $125 an hour for 3 guys, let's say, and I go charge that same customer $100 an hour for 3 guys. You can't say, man, I'm undercutting your prices. No, I'm just beating you. I may be undercutting the prices, but guess what? I got the margin to do it. If I'm charging each guy 25, paying them $25 an hour, and I got 3 guys, all right, boom, they making $25 an hour for their labor. I'm making $25 an hour, right? Because I'm charging $100 for 3 guys, right? So I'm paying $75 in labor. I'm making $25 an hour off that labor. Plus, I'm making the truck fee and the material cost. We see some people gonna be like, well, goddamn, I'm making $25 an hour and they making $25 an hour. Forget the truck fee, forget the material cost. I'm making the same thing that they making. You're not there. You're making $25 an hour for doing nothing but connecting dots. And if you got X amount of trucks, that's $25 an hour you making off every truck, plus the truck fees, plus the material costs. They're not making more than you. You're making more than them still. You're looking at it the wrong way. You're doing the math the wrong way. Moderators, let's get busy. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. So the way you come in is the way you're going to exit. If you come in the right way, you're going to exit the right way. You're going to get it out the mud the right way. You're going to go through the business the right way. If you come in the wrong way, you're going to have to struggle being within the business trying to get to the right way. Stop accepting anything. Stop coming in not doing your research. Casa said supply and demand. Been telling that for over 2 years now. But it's other people out here that think it's people accepting certain rates that is causing what it's causing. No, supply and demand and an overabundance of supply and a less demand is what's causing the reason of what's going on. It has nothing to do with people taking this stuff. But there's people out there that's still gonna push this narrative, but they won't come and I put it up. We can debate this all day long. It's common sense. Any business person that tells you that's in trucking, any person that you follow, and I'm merching this. I'm merching it. Any business person that tells you that's in trucking that you watch for content that telling you the reason why the rates are the rates is because people are taking cheap freight, you need to question that, bruh. A person that tells me that, I know they don't know what the hell they talking about. It's common knowledge. Equipment paid for, insurance is $1,400, still pricey, but only run the bare minimum to cover costs at the moment. Let me see. Shout out to Pippi, shout out to the MGM, shout out to everybody that's coming in. Is this Terrence that I met here in Chicago? Or is this another Terrence? Terrence, did I meet you? Is this the Terrence that came to Chicago with Kirk? Lou Jackson said, your price is not my price. Exactly. It's the point that I'm trying to make. Your price ain't my price. Your price ain't my price. Check it out. I understand longevity. I understand volume. Check this out. Some of y'all might not be old enough to remember, but I'm really a lot of my OGs that's in here, y'all finna understand where I'm finna go with this. Check this out. Walmart is the cheapest big box retailer out there, and their longevity is, they got longevity since their inception, right? Zara is no longer here. Venture is no longer here. Montgomery Wards is no longer here. Who else is no longer here? Ames is no longer here. Did I say Venture already? Goldblatt's is no longer here. Woolworth is no longer here. All these big box retailers, Sears is no longer here. All these big box retailers that I saw that were around in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, so they finally started to fizzle out as Walmart entered into more and more markets. Why? They understand volume, low cost. Listen, we can make more money because we can sell more volume charging people less. Keep our costs down. Keep our costs down. Keep our prices low, focus on volume, and we're going to sell more longer. Eventually, we're going to start impeding into these markets, and these other companies, our competitors, aren't going to be able to keep up. And we saw these companies slowly go out of business. Kmart, Rich Juice. Shout out to Rich Juice. I see the city in the building. Kmart gone. See, a lot of y'all younger people, not to knock y'all didn't see the transition of what happened to where we are today. I lived through the transition to understand this. Our lady wanted to argue me down, talking about she want to come in with a brand new box truck. Lady, you gonna fail, man. She didn't even last 3 months. Why? She couldn't sustain the cost. The high insurance cost and the high ass truck note. But wanted to argue me down because she wanted a nice brand new pretty truck that was gonna get fucked up dirty. It was gonna get rained on. It was gonna get all type of shit. You gonna run through dirt and all this shit. It's not gonna be new the moment you drive it off the lot. You're gonna immediately start racking up miles on it. But she wanted to argue me down. She thought she wanted to pull up to every single shipper with a brand new truck as a conversation piece instead of focusing on the goal, which was keeping costs low so that you can make more money. You're in the business to make money, not look good. You look good. when you making money. If you ain't making money, you ain't looking good. I don't get goddamn if you got a 2026 outside. This is the name of this game. Keeping costs down because it's a low margin business. This is what these guys is telling y'all because they don't understand this. They don't understand this. This is why they won't debate me. This is why I can put the money up and challenge people confidently, knowing they not finna step in this arena with me. They know it. Come in, great plan, low cost, low expenses, understanding that the industry is going to go up, it's going to go down, being prepared for either way the industry, the economy is, I should say, you should be good. If the economy is doing really, really great, if you were in this business prior to the pandemic, and you'll say your truck was paid and the pandemic came, then you was gravy. You was already making money. But when that happened, shit, that was just a great time to be alive, right? You was already winning prior to it. Now the economy has corrected itself, you still good. You know why? Because you understand the business. You understand the economics of the business. You understand the economy. You understand things are going to go up. You understand things are going to go down. You understand boom and bust cycles. Shout out to Derek Evans. You understand boom and bust cycles. You understand that things aren't going to be sideways all the time. For people who don't understand business terminology, sideways means the same. Up, down, and sideways. Things aren't going to be sideways forever. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some, but you're going to put yourself in the best position so that no matter where we are in the economy, you should be okay. People that listen to me, they win. They don't worry about how I deliver the message. They listen to the message, they consume the information, they go ahead and handle their business. Because they understand, yo, he's right. This dog eat dog. This dog eat dog. Check this out. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much long, so I gotta take a shower and get dressed. I'm finna hold y'all too much longer. Check this out. I'm gonna really keep it funky with you. I saw somebody say something about some immigrants. Check this out. Hey, yeah, thank you. Hey man, let's check this out, man. The moderators in here gonna snipe you. You come in here with that bullshit, they gonna snipe you up out of here. Check this out. The same shit that I'm talking about, somebody said something about some immigrants, right? I didn't really get a chance to read it. Oh, here it is. Derek and Mark, what do you think about the immigrants coming over here stacking up in the crib? Just as great. All the money they make home where they can live like kings, and we stuck here with high inflation. Check this out. Everything that I've been talking about, as far as you coming in and competing against other people similar to you that come from different walks of life, but they come from within this country, that same formula, they coming over here to apply it to you. In every industry. They coming over here to step on your neck and take your food off their table. They coming over here with delayed gratification so that they're going to work for less, right? And because they're working for less, companies are going to be able to save more because they don't have to pay your entitled ass, right? Because we Americans, we all entitled, me included. We're entitled. They coming over here. They're going to delay their gratification. They're going to have 3-4 families to a crib. And when I say a crib, I don't necessarily mean a house. It could be a 1-bedroom apartment. They gonna stack up in that thing. You dig? They gonna all put their resources together. They're gonna keep their costs down. They're gonna run their bag up, and then they're gonna come over here and continuously take your opportunities away. This is what they're coming to do. When I'm telling you that you need to go out and do, this is what they coming to do. It don't affect me. It don't affect me. I'm gone already. I'm not competing with them. But if you in the market to compete, start a new business, especially a blue collar business, in the labor force working, this is gonna be your new competition. That people that's coming over, they first generation gonna get all the white collar shit. They're gonna put them through college. Government gonna pay for that. They're gonna go through college. They finna get all those jobs. The first generation that's already here, they already finna be the managers and the things that are gonna hire their people and put them in position. They're not gonna hire you anymore. You dig? And this is what it is. And it don't matter what ethnicity or anything. It's not a color thing. It don't even matter. I don't care if you're American Hispanic. They're coming over here to take your spots while the American Hispanics don't want them here. Yeah, finna. Mr. Crazy Bees, finna. Finna, and Ghana. I can turn my Ebonics on and off at any time. Everybody's been following my channel. No, I can go either way. It all depends on how I'm feeling at the moment. Today, I'm feeling Ebonics. I can switch it over to proper English as well. All right. So they coming over here. They coming over here to step on necks and take away opportunities. All right. This box truck thing, it was a trend. It was a trend. You gotta face the facts. It was a trend. We got 140, 150 people in here. It was a trend. You decided to follow the trend. Okay, bet. You followed the trend. It's popular now. It's an opportunity. The barrier to entry is lower than starting a semi truck. Also, it's something that you can go out and do over your own. You don't have a boss over you. Everybody wants to be on their own. No one wants to work a job anymore. A job is a bad thing now. It's not a bad thing. Don't ever let nobody tell you that. Check this out. If everybody was an entrepreneur, how would we sustain the country, the world? Everybody can't be a boss. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur. Everybody can't be a box truck owner operator. Just like how you saw the market correct itself from the pandemic, right, to where we are now, the box truck business does the same thing. Those guys that come in who don't do what they supposed to do, the industry is going to correct itself, and those people are going to be corrected out. Remember back in the day when you wrote a paper, you made a mistake. Some people probably don't remember. I don't even know if they still sell it. You get the white out, a bottle of white out, you shake it and you wipe the white out, and then it dries, you blow and you dry and you write over it. Man, some of y'all just, the white out, y'all getting erased out the way. So somebody else can come in that may have a little bit more tenacity than you, a little bit more oomph. They got that killer in them. They gonna come out here and do what they gotta do. The business, the industry corrected you out of it. You're gone. The market is gonna correct itself. It's gonna chew you up and it's gonna spit you out. So it's not for everybody. If you came in and you didn't make it, it wasn't for you. One thing I can say about the market, it's going to correct itself in many facets. It's going to correct itself. The people who make it, they live through the correction. The people who didn't, it wasn't meant for you, fam. Everybody can't be a boss. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur. Everybody can't be rich. We need people to be rich. We need people to be poor. As fucked up as it sounds, it's the truth. That's what keeps things going. That's what keeps the economy going. We need rich, we need poor, we need business owners, we need people at McDonald's dumping the fries, we need people to deliver an Amazon package, we need people to come in and do hardwood floors, we need people to come in and install appliances, we need people to paint, We need people to come and do baseboards. We need cleaning people. We need people to come mount TVs. We need HVAC guys to come put your thermometers up. We need Walmart workers, stocking the shelves. We need these things. Everybody can't be rich. So when I hear people say that shit, no, okay, good. You got the idea, you want to strive for it, but understand this when you striving for it. And this is what I want to leave you with. I want you to understand this. You striving to be an entrepreneur. Take it out of your mind that it's easy and it's better than working a job. It's easier than working a job. It's cap. Anybody that tells you that, they fool. Tell them to come put their bread up and come challenge me to a debate. I'm ready. It's the hardest shit you're gonna ever do because you're doing everything by yourself. I've done it. I've lived it. And I did it from nothing. No rich daddy, no rich mommy, grandparents dead, left nothing. From the South, came up here on welfare, lived on government cheese. I stood in those government cheese lines for those big blocks of cheese back in the day. Food stamps that look like play money. Stop letting your favorite people tell you, make it seem like they came from the lap of luxury, knowing they didn't. Some of them probably did. This is probably the ones that's telling you shit is easy and it's not hard. The hardest shit that I ever did was start a business. The hardest shit that I ever did was start a business. But it was the most beautiful thing as well. The the excitement that I had every day waking up in agony and pain from the day before and body just stiff from whatever the jobs entailed the previous day moving. It was the best feeling in the world. All right. While I was able to have that feeling every single day and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow is because one, I did it the right way, right? I didn't go out and above and beyond my means. I didn't try to grow so quickly. I let God lead me and I took baby steps. See, a lot of people don't want to take those baby steps because they think those baby steps are going to take a long time. And them baby steps, man, from July 2010 to 2014, that whole year, I bought 7 trucks in 2014 alone. By 2014, I was already gone. That's how I was able to run that many trucks up in 2014. I started buying trucks in 2013. I just bought the most in 2014. It didn't take that long. And the time that I spent out working every single day in that grind, building that business, time was just going by. Time was moving quick. So I don't know why people think it's going to take so long. You get lost in the grind. You get lost in the work. You're not going to be thinking about the dumb shit. And see, another thing I didn't have social media. Social media wasn't around back then. We had MySpace, which was dead by 2010 when I got started. MySpace got bought out by Rupert Murdoch in 2008. But when we was using MySpace back in the mid 2000s, it was mostly for music. Instagram didn't even start yet. Instagram wasn't even around yet in 2010. Live streaming, this shit that we on right now, this shit wasn't even invented yet. YouTube was a place to share videos with your family, man. You was watching YouTube videos of people fucking trips to Disney World and Charlie Bit My Finger. And y'all don't even know what Charlie Bit My Finger is. That was the most popular video on YouTube back in the day. Charlie Bit My fucking finger. A little kid biting his brother's finger, and that video did billions and billions of views back then. It was the most talked about, the most viral video. That viral wasn't even a word yet. There was no beef videos. There was no what do they call those little videos they be doing, those prank videos, some stage prank videos. There was none of this shit culture as far as rap music and shit like that. None of that shit was on here like that yet. Hey, get BB up out of here. BBB. Get him up out of here. So check this out. I didn't have those distractions. All I had was work, more work, more work. And here's the thing, me going out every day, seeing that bread every day, I had never seen that much bread working a job. But I also didn't have the distractions. The bread motivated me to go out every day. Some of y'all want this money, but I don't understand. If you wanted the money real bad, why the bread ain't motivating you to go out here and get it? What's more important than the bread? Okay, you might put a broad over the bread. I'm not doing that. I'm not putting my homies over no bread. I'm not putting no broad over no bread. The only thing that's going over this money for me is God. Anybody that knows me will tell you that, man, Mark is money hungry. He's all he cares about is money. You motherfucking right. I need it. God first, then bread, then everything else, God damn it. My OG, she's straight. She know how to call me. She know how to hit me on the head if it's important. Some of y'all gonna put everything else over the money, and that's why you ain't getting to it. This is why you lost in the sauce, because you started business to ultimately go out. See, y'all tweaking. Y'all, a lot of y'all be tweaking. If the shoe don't fit, don't put it on. A lot of y'all be tweaking. Y'all tell me y'all want to start a business so you can get away from the 9 to 5 rat race. You can't listen to nobody. Can't nobody tell you, man, you start a business to get to the money, man. Back in the day, we started businesses to get to the money. Hey, get Ryan up out of here. Mark looked like he walking around in flip-flops. Word. Word. You think so, Axel? Axel, you know where I'm from. You know we keep us a crisp pair of something on. You know we keep us a crisp pair of something on. Anybody that come in here and they say something that don't pertain to box truck, I don't care if it's something nice, get them out of here. We're not playing no games. Check this out. The reason why we started businesses back in the day, to get money, man. We didn't start it for nothing else to get money. We wasn't thinking about getting away from the rat race. Another big reason why we started business because we couldn't get opportunities. I went to college. I got a college degree. Nobody gave me an opportunity. The types of careers that I expected to land in after graduating, I never landed one of those opportunities. I was forced to start my own business. This is why we started businesses. The objective was money. It wasn't because we was running. Trust me, if I could have got on with the city of Chicago, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. If the city of Chicago, I would have been happy after graduating college. I could have been with streets and sanitation. I could have been with the Chicago Department of Transportation. Shit, I'd have been happy with the goddamn CTA with a degree. But guess what? I'd have been over 20 years in by now. I could have retired last year. I would have just took the 20. I wouldn't have did the 30. I would have took the 20 because I would have did everything that I needed to do within them 20s to continue to run my bag up on the side that I didn't have to go do the 30. My 20 would have been up last year. I'd have been done. I'd have been retired from that. But these people didn't give me no opportunities. Nobody did. So I was forced into this. Somebody said, hey, ain't gonna lie, Mark. $200 for a 30-minute call. So this is your issue with me. This is your issue with me. I knew you had an issue with me. This is your issue with me. $200 coaching 30-minute call. Why not put someone on a contract or walk them in the door? I do walk people in the door. I do walk people in the door, but I can't walk everybody in the door. I can't save the world. All right. I spend a lot of time coming online. my time that nobody pays me for. And see, this is where I feel like you should have thought about what you typed before you typed it. So all my time that I come in and week out, 3-4 times a week and spend 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. What is that? Does that account for something that I do for free? Let me know if that don't account for anything. So my time is not precious. Me being right here right now talking, I should just be here doing this just because, right? Exactly. So that's what you just put, you should have thought that through. And this is ultimately why I'm finna cut this shit off. I don't even do the shit. I've done 2 coaching sessions this month. I did 1 last month. I don't do them like that, bro, because no one is interested in final mile and moving anyway. I've never been the person to do a lot of coaching at all. So it's not like I'm getting money from it. I'm not. It cost me over $200 to maintain the site. Man, you ain't got to ask for the people. Check this out. If the people want to know something, it's a call-in show every Friday, once a week. When I do live streams, when I do Q&A live streams, people don't want to come up because they don't want to put people in their business. They embarrass or they miss it or whatever the case may be. You don't have to. When I do the call-in show, me spending an hour or 2 hours with some of these people, those are coaching sessions. So you don't have to book one. You could wait to the call-in show, hit the link, call in, and say what you got to say, and I will coach you like I've been doing the past 17 episodes. The people who don't want people in their business, that's what that's there for. I do a show once a week for people who don't have the money to or don't mind putting their business out on Front Street. The lady who came up the other day who was filming the guy getting arrested, if you go back to the episode that she was originally on, I spent over 2 hours on that live stream coaching her. Over 2 hours. But you can ask me, man, $200 for 30 minutes. Check this out. At my peak, I was running 15 trucks. How much money you think I was making per hour with all them trucks? In my last 3 years of business during the pandemic, I was charging $150 an hour per crew, per truck. If it was a 3rd floor or 4th floor, it could went up to $250 to $300 an hour per truck. I charge $199 for 30 minutes of my time. For that 30 minutes, anybody that's booked a consultation with me that has booked a 30-minute or a 60-minute, the consultations always go over 30 or 60 minutes. I don't cut people off. I don't say, hey, you got to pay more money. Some people have bought 1 hour and I spent 3 hours with them. It ain't like I got the shit lined up back to back anyway. I did, 2 this month? I did 1 last month. And this is tax season. Don't nobody want to move people. Don't nobody want to do final mile delivery because it's too hard. Ain't nobody checking for me like that. They want to do the middle mile shit that Kirk do, and that's fine. When they come up and they ask me, I say, go see Kirk. He's going to give you all the partial game, but they can't even do that right. You come over here to my lane, you going to run up your bag, but check this out, you going to work. You going to go over there, you going to run up your bag, you going to work. The work may not be as labor intensive. Either way, you going to work. But this shit over here, they not trying to do this. This big dog shit. This that killer shit. A lot of these guys ain't killers like that. They want to make the money, but they don't want to put in the effort. They don't want to put in the time. I was talking about box truck in Utah. I don't even know what you talk about because I haven't even responded to anything that you said. Unless you're talking to somebody else. Eat, driver, Florida. I don't even know what you're talking about. You want to come into business, you got to be a killer. You got to have that dog mentality. You got to go be able to want to eat people food. You can't worry about this, that, and the third. Somebody say, oh man, you with the kids, man, fuck these people kids, man, because guess what? At the end, and when I say that, I don't mean it literally, but then I do. If I'm in competition for you and it's one customer, if I'm in a business, forget trucking business, let's talk about HVAC. You got a customer who's looking for somebody to come do some HVAC work in their home. They go to Google or whatever tool they use to source a HVAC specialist. This is one customer. They have a list of different people they can choose from. So that means everybody is competing for this one customer. There's going to be somebody that's going to be willing to do whatever they have to take to win that customer over. And when they do, that means that that's one less job that the competitors are going to get, which is means it's going to be food out of people's mouth. I say that shit to add the theatrics to it, but in actuality, it's true. There's enough money and enough room for everyone to eat. Okay, and you're right. So explain this to me, Jazz. How come everybody complaining? Because that's what we hear about. We're not here saying it's not and it is. I'm telling people it is. I'm telling people to go out here and stomp. But check this out, though, too, Jazz. It's not enough money for everybody to eat. I take that back. I'm tweaking. It's not enough money for everybody to eat. This is why things are the way they are. It's an overabundance of supply and not enough demand. It's not enough for everybody to eat. It's not enough for everybody to eat. You're wrong. I don't know what type of flag that is, but you're absolutely positively wrong, Jazz LA. There's not enough money for everybody to eat in this lane. If there was, everybody would be eating. There was a time when it was enough money for everybody to eat, and that was in 2021 because the demand was there and the supply was edging up to meet the demand, which is why the rates were high. And everybody was eating then. Guess what? The market corrected itself. Why? Because that wasn't normal, wasn't sustainable. Now we're in a time period where we still have an overabundance of supply, not enough demand. Why? And this is why people are fussing and complaining and moaning and groaning, because there's not enough for everybody to eat. It's not. This is why we have the haves and the have-nots. The haves are going to get it. The have-nots are going to complain. It's not saturated. It's not saturated. It's not saturated. It's not saturated. There's an overabundance of supply that wouldn't be here if we wouldn't have had a pandemic. So check this out. What happens in that situation is you lower your cost. You lower your cost. It's not. Supply and demand. Supply and demand. If you gonna make any excuses on why shit is the way it is, you not making money, you not running, then that's on you. Me, I would be trying to lower my costs. My costs would already be at a point where no matter where the economy was at, I'm gonna make money. You said tell people to stop taking loans for pennies and it'll help the rates, but they're not going to listen. So check this out. You tell people to stop taking loads for pennies. So first of all, the volume of loads has decreased, right? But you got an overabundance of supply. You got more people competing for loads. The more competition, the lower rates go. I don't understand why people don't get this. The more competition, the lower the rates go. All right? Check this out. For people to blame people, people need to start blaming all these people that sold people this dream that trucking was where it was at. There's no way that if you in a truck that you should not be making money right now. The problem is everybody want to make a shit ton of money. Business fluctuates. All businesses and all industries fluctuate from time to time. Sometimes you have to change your business. You have to change with the times. If you can't take the rough times, then business ain't for you. It's not. Because there's plenty of people out there right now that's running middle mile that's making a killing. It's people out there that's running middle round right now that's making a killing. It's plenty of 3PLs right now that are constantly looking for people, for contractors, because people don't want to do no hard work. It's plenty of opportunities to make money. People ain't got their business set up right. Dog eat dog. Check it out. If my truck is paid for and I'm running for pennies on the dollar and it's a load there, I don't give a fuck if your truck, your cost per mile is $2. I'm gonna take that shit. For lower than you, I'm gonna cut your ass out because that's your problem. It's not mine. It's not mine. It's not mine. That's your problem. That sounds personal. If my cost per mile is 80 cents and yours is a dollar 50, that's your problem. And it's a load for $1.25. I'm just throwing numbers out there, all right? I'm just throwing numbers out there so that you can understand. Then for me taking something, yeah, to that individual, man, why you take that, man? Man, bro, you fucking the game. No, I'm not fucking up. That's your fault that you got a high ass cost per mile. That's not my problem. My cost per mile under $1. Man, I'm making money hand over fist on that. I'm finna go grab that. I'm finna grab that. Fuck, I'm supposed to let it sit because your shit high? Man, fuck you. I don't give, and I ain't talking to you personally. I'm just, this is what I would be thinking if I was looking, man, fuck, dude. I'm finna grab that, man. Making 50, I'm out, you there, what I'm saying? I'm finna go ahead and grab that. Grab this, throw it in there, you dig what I'm saying? And I'm gone. I'm not finna think about the next man. I don't know, dude. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, dude. That's dude a goofy. He tweaking out here. What's wrong with dude? Dude finna be sitting on that low. You think I'm finna sit on the low board and there's something right here while I'm making bread on? I'm finna sit here and pass it up because I'm showing camaraderie, buddy. I don't know, buddy goofy ass. Well, I'm finna run that. Buddy still, I'll be done ran the low, halfway be done with buddy still looking for some shit. Truck and Suave said, when you put it like that, it makes sense. This is why I'm here explaining it, because I understand there's a lot of new business owners out there and you consume content from a multitude of different people. But I'm here to tell you that a lot of these people that you consume content from, they just got into the industry during the pandemic. They still new. They can't come from an OG perspective. I'm giving it to you from an OG perspective. And this is, when I give it to you from this way, it makes sense because this is business. I don't give a fuck if it's trucking, HVAC, electrical, car wash business. If I open a car wash business on this block and they got a car wash down the block, if they already open up and running, I'm going to go in there, get a car wash, see what their prices is, and I'm going to undercut them by $1 or $2. Why? I'm competing. People are already accustomed to them. I'm on the new. So I got to try to build my foot traffic up. So the only way I'm going to be able to build my foot traffic up is by cutting them off. I don't give a fuck about they family, and this is free market. It's free market, and a lot of people don't understand what free market is. And I would hope that you would go and understand and educate yourself on free market enterprise. And when you do, it's gonna open your eyes. Like, look, buddy ass right. This shit that people been kicking to me, man, I hear it, but man, I'm thinking that, but the other guy's not thinking that. I gotta be competitive in every shape, form, or facet. Cause me, man, I don't got no heart for you. Charlie, you think I had heart for these cats? No, I'm trying to take, when I say it, I mean it. I mean that shit. Ain't no love. There's no love. Sean said, take what the market give you. Not necessarily. Whatever the market throwing out, some people may not be able to do that. And what the market throwing out, it may not be adequate for you to take that. You still have to do your due diligence, understand what it costs you to operate your truck. You're gonna have some people that's gonna have a lower cost, some people that's gonna have a higher cost. That's the whole purpose of what I'm talking right now. A lot of people don't understand business, free enterprise, supply and demand, competition, don't know how to do a competitive analysis, don't know how to do a market analysis, don't even understand a market. Don't even understand they market. Go out buy equipment for a fucking business. Ain't did a fucking lick of research because they heard some fucking retard on the internet, some goofball Jamal tell them they could run it up in a box truck or a fucking semi truck. Went out, got their tax money, got their PPP money a few years ago. Just went and bought the equipment with doing no fucking research. Thought they was gonna go do Amazon or fucking Final Mile, didn't realize they lived in the fucking boondocks and there ain't no fucking Amazon facility within 175, 200 miles. So now they forced to go over the road, but they never had no intentions to go over the road in the first place because they got a newborn kid, but they didn't realize it because they didn't do no initial research, no market analysis to understand that based on their market, the only option they had would be to go over the road. Then they come to me, man, I'm in Booms, fuck Iowa, some place fucking with 2,000 people. Man, I'm trying to do Amazon, but I got my truck and I just looked, man, the closest Amazon is in Des Moines. That's 250 miles away. Well, you supposed to look that shit up and did that research before you went out and bought the truck. Well, what else can I do? You live in a town with 5,000-6,000 people. Ain't shit you can do. That's why Amazon got overnight relay crews running that shit overnight down to your small ass town, dropping the shit off at the post office so the postal worker could deliver your shit. Amazon don't got no facility. This is what Relay is set up for. They're delivering overnight to postal service, postal offices in the middle of nowhere so that the USPS letter carrier person can deliver your fucking iPhone case the next day. It's not beneficial for them to build a multi-million-dollar square foot facility, million whatever square foot facility in that small ass little bitty ass town. Man, we just get these relay guys to drive 150, 200 miles out overnight, drop off on a few post offices along the way in the middle of Booms fuck nowhere. Or we'll outsource it to UPS. Back in the day, they was outsourcing to FedEx. Till FedEx said, man, this ain't even worth it for us. We don't want to do with this shit. This ain't even worth it for us. So how can you tell me, bro? I already know what it is. I've been out here doing this shit. I've been doing this shit since 2010. Made a lot of money, bro. My way is going to get you to success. My way has been already proven. I've been on YouTube for 2 years. People have taken my information, run, and came back and said, man, Mark, you the truth. I didn't want to listen to you. I think you're a fucking asshole, but your information is spot on. All the fucking mistakes that need to be made, I made them already. I already paid for those mistakes. Years ago. 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. I paid for these mistakes. This is why I can sit here now a couple times a week and tell you everything that you should and should not do. Tell you stop listening to this dumb shit that's saying you ain't gotta work. You're gonna have to work. It's gonna be the hardest shit you ever did in your life. All right. Stop focusing on all the wrong shit. The main objective shouldn't be, well, I don't want to work. I can't work for night. The main objective should be getting to the money. You start a business to make money. You don't start a business because you don't want to work for nobody. It's the dumbest shit. That's why you can't succeed. Because you starting a business for the wrong reason. You start a business. A business's main objective is to make money. A business don't give a fuck about what you don't want to do. because you don't want to fucking follow rules and be delegated shit to. Business don't give a fuck about that. Business's main objective is to make money. The business don't give a fuck about nothing else. It don't care about your family. It don't care about your kids sick. The business still want to open. If the business can open 7 days a week, the business will open 7. If the business can run 24 hours a day, goddamn it, the business will run 25. The business don't care about no deaths in the family. The business don't care about your kid got the measles and all this goofball. And I ain't saying it's goofball, but to the business, it's goofball. Like, yo, I'm a business. I'm trying to earn. And this is why a lot of people don't make the money, because the shit that I'm kicking to some of y'all, man, dude, tweaking. But you know what? I'm gonna keep tweaking, and you gonna keep trying to figure it out. And the people that's taking it, they gonna take it, and they're like, yeah, he's right. The people that already took it, that's already running up, man, he telling y'all. And y'all that's scared because of the shit that I'm telling sound like it's too hard, do yourself a favor. Don't even waste your time. Because there's gonna be a motherfucker like me that's gonna put their foot on your neck. And they ain't gonna have no remorse. I'm gonna undercut you. I'm gonna take your load. I'm gonna underbid you. I'm gonna starve you out. I want you to go live in a tent. I want your kids' ribs to be touching. This is how I think. Because I have to think like this going in. Because if I think all nice and shit, soft and all somber and shit like that, man, somebody gonna come take my food. I don't want you to take my food. I want to take your food. It's not enough room for everybody in this business, because if it was, then it wouldn't be no complaining. The rates would be sustainable for everybody to make money. Wouldn't be people complaining about other people and all this dumb shit. The supply would evenly meet the demand. The only way it's going to be enough, that means demand has to meet supply every single day, and vice versa. And it will never happen. You know why? Who controls the volume of freight? Consumers, 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 consumers. People need to buy shit in order for shit to be manufactured, to sell wholesale, to go into retail, so consumers can buy it, so that shit can get moved from different forms of transportation. Ultimately, if you're in a box truck and on a truck, so that you can make money. If consumers stop consuming, the environment is going to go down. Who gives a fuck? You think a consumer gives a fuck that it's a bunch of box trucks out there? Let me go buy some shit that I can't really afford. The economy is fucked up right now. But, we got to keep the truckers moving America. So I'm going to go spend excess amount of money every single week so that we can keep America moving. Man, fuck them truckers, man. I'm trying to make sure we got enough money to cover these bills. The little man needs some shoes, Do I make sure the truckers have money, or do I keep little man and extracurricular activities, man? All right, so check this out. We're gonna have to, all right, Disney World, we're gonna push that off. We gotta make sure man is an extracurricular. We're not gonna go buy no excess shit. We're gonna make do with what we have. We're just gonna focus on essentials. And you got a bunch of people across America that's saying the same thing, and volume is going down, but you got supply is still high. You think they give a fuck about you and your truck? No, they trying to make it just like you. All right, so they adapting, right, to what's going on out here. You got to adapt as well. You got a business. You have to adapt your cost. It all starts with your cost. Some of y'all don't want to adapt your cost. Well, check out. You robbing from the sustainability business. You already robbing yourself to begin with. So check it out. You can't really change your cost as far as your truck, right? Because you came in, you already did the dun, and you got a high truck note, high insurance, right? So Ben, Mark, is there another way I can get my costs down? Well, what you paying yourself? All right, you tweaking. You paying yourself too much. You got to cut your pay. Well, Mark, my bills this. I said, man, you got to cut some of your living. You got to lower your cost of living, Charlie. You got to lower your cost of living. Just because you got a business don't mean you balling out every weekend. Why the fuck is you home anyway? You an OTR driver. Why is you here every weekend? You shouldn't be here every weekend. You should be on the road. Man, but Man, Boo Bay, man, check this out, Charlie, man. Somebody piping, man, fucking Boo Bay, man. That shit a rap, nigga. You should have known that once you went over the road. You should have known she was a thought anyway. You think she gonna go without that? Come on, man. She was a thought when you met her. You already know. She ain't going 4-5 days without that. You dig what I'm saying? Man, you gonna worry about that, or you gonna run this sack up? You gonna worry about that? You gonna run the sack up? You said you wanted to get your old school. Your old school been sitting in storage. You ain't did the chrome on it. You ain't changed the leather. That shit just sitting there. You bought the shell. You ain't did shit. You said your boat been broke down. You went and bought a boat. You ain't been able to put the money into your boat to get the boat running so you could pull it out on Lake Michigan. You said you wanted to do all this shit. You said you was gonna get a box truck so you can get your old school fixed up. You already know that's gonna be about 25, 30,000 that you gotta put into that. You know how much it's gonna cost to get your boat. You said you was gonna get your box truck business so you can get this money run up so you can get these things. So then when you do come home for your little 1 or 2 days after you've been out on the road 45, 60 days, you know, we can go ahead and ride. We can pull the boat out on Lake Michigan to the playpen. We can live it up for them 2 days before you get your punk ass back out on the road. But see, you worrying about this broad. Man already got the broad. I'm finna go see. Once I get off this live stream, I'm finna get dressed. I might go live in the spot. I'm gonna show you man. I'm gonna show you your bra, and I'm gonna show you man. I'm gonna show you a bunch of y'all bras. I'm gonna show you a bunch of mans. Let me get dressed and go meet these cats up here at the spot. Get your shit together, man. Get your shit together, fam. Stop tweaking out here. Stop saying dumb shit like people taking cheap loads and all this goofy ass shit. Lower your costs. Be more competitive. Understand that you gotta come in this business and rip people's heads off. You gotta take what you want. Ain't shit gonna come to you easy. It ain't gonna come to you free, and it ain't just gonna be handed to you. You gotta go out and you gotta go take it. If you starting late in life, man, well, you know what? Check this out. Late is better than never. You know, you had 10, 15, 20 years, you could have did the right thing, but late is better than never. If you on the young side, man, do what you need to do now because, man, some killers that's coming in, they finna take your food. And they ain't entitled like you. They finna come take your shit. So get your shit before they get it. Get your work ethic up. Stop tweaking out here on Instagram and all this goofball ass shit. Because you don't understand that the shit is changing right in front of you. You just too naive to realize it. I see this shit happening. People that got their eyes open, they see what's going on. This shit ain't getting easier out here. It's getting harder. Nigga, you don't know how to code or no shit like that. You don't know how to build apps and Neuralink and put chips into people's brains and all this shit to think for them and shit like that. You're not doing no Elon Musk shit. You're a blue-collar worker. Accept your reality. I'm a blue-collar worker. I need to go figure out some blue-collar shit to do. And when I figure that blue-collar shit out to do and I start my blue-collar business, I need to really work really hard so I can be competitive, so I can outcompete all my competition. So once I work really hard and outcompete them and I make myself a staple in that industry, then you can turn it on cruise control a little bit. Then you control it on cruise control a little bit. You can't come into business on cruise control, man. Listen, if your shit, check this out. Let's say you got a moving company. If 40, 50% of your business ain't repeat customers and referrals, if you don't have 6 figures of repeat customers and referrals, then you ain't ready to go cruise control yet. You still building up a clientele base. You still out here sourcing customers. You're still in the customer acquisition phase. You're still in the customer acquisition phase. If you still in the customer acquisition phase, what makes you think you in cruise control? You still searching for customers. You can put it on cruise control when you got enough inflow of business to the point where you're not spending any marketing dollars. Man, come on, man. Let me get up off of here, man. Let me get up off of here. When you get in cruise control, then that's when you can chill out a little bit. You on the new and cruise control. Check this out. If you're on the new, you're driving a 1960 before cruise control. What year was cruise control come out? Like 80 something? Hey, Google, what year did cruise control come out in cars?
1958.
1958. All right, so boom.
Speedostat system was the 1958 Chrysler Imperial using
Chrysler
a speed
Imperial.
control dial on the dashboard. This system calculated ground speed from the rotating speedometer cable and used a bidirectional screw drive electric motor to vary the throttle position as needed.
Okay, so whenever cruise control started, you don't have that. You have whatever car came out before cruise control was made. And even if cruise control was made, I remember back in the 80s, that was like an option. That didn't come standard like it do now. So it don't matter what year. You have a car prior to making cruise control standard. You have a basic model 1985 Chevrolet Chevette with manual windows, air conditioning and heating. You don't have cruise control. You have a turn signal and a stick shift. That's it. And an analog. Matter of fact, cars back then didn't even come with radios. You had the radio was an option. It would just come with a blank place for you to put a radio. It didn't even come with a radio. So you don't have cruise control. You don't have that option. You can afford that car yet. You have a basic model 1985 Chevrolet Chevette. This is your starter vehicle. You got to work your way up to cruise control. You got to work your way up to electric windows. You got to work your way up to a stereo. Back then, a stereo was an option. It wasn't standard. You got to work your way up to a stereo. You got to work your way up to cruise control, big dog. You don't have cruise control. You ain't there yet. You still sourcing talent. If you tell me, man, relationships. If you're talking about building relationships, well, you definitely ain't in cruise control. See, Mark's going to give you the content that you need. It's going to give you the content for the information, and it's going to give you the content to think. And I get it. A lot of y'all ain't business people. You're not only are you new into the box truck industry, you're new into business as well. And this is why I focus a lot on business, the business side of things, probably more so than the box truck, because if you understand business, you can pretty much succeed in any business. There are some businesses that are more challenging than others. Box truck business, comparison to other business, is beginner shit. Man, it ain't, box trucking ain't that hard, bro. It ain't that hard. So all y'all little cats out there that like to come in and talk this goofball shit, that's still trying to figure out that I see, check this out. You see me streaming in the morning and afternoon, at night. You trying to get the information that I got and I'm giving to your ass. Just sit back, just listen, soak it up, because you trying to get to where I'm at. And I'm going to help you get there in a timely fashion so that you're not, and don't get mad if I say if you this person, if you in your 20s, I don't want to fucking see you driving a box truck in your 40s and 50s. I'm going to tell you how to run it up, get the money, how to go get it, what to do with it when you get it, so that you can get up out of it and be that life that you really want. Because what you really want to do is you really just want to make money without doing nothing. That's what you really want to do. You see these clowns on Instagram, and the finesse is you. You are the finesse. They selling you information on the shit that you want to do. They're recycling information, bro. The same schemes, credit, fucking drop shipping. Man, that shit's so oversaturated, man. That drop shipping, Olu and all that shit been dead since before the pandemic. Oh man, you got to get Facebook marketing, Facebook ads and Instagram ads, and I can show you how you can pick these products and off of Alibaba and you can sell them. Let me show you my dashboard. I made $102,000 last month. It's cap, bro. Hey, get Pluto up out of here with his bum ass. You see what I'm saying? You come in, you start your moving company, man. I can show you how to make 6, 7 figures in a year at scale. You want to do big and bulky? I can show you the same shit. Matter of fact, I've showed you. The content is out there. Been in the stock market game? That's one of the things you can supplement, not supplement, but diversify your active income into passive income. The trucking is your active income. You want to set up streams of passive income. That's a lane of passive income. We talk about that on the channel, more on the member side of things, but that's something we talk about. We've had people that have had success in that. So man, it is what you want to take out of it. I'm not, check it. I'm gonna give you the information that you can use, whether you want to take it or you don't want to take it. All right. So what I'm gonna do right now, so I'm finna go hop me a shower. I'm gonna throw this shit on, and I'm finna go to a spot, and I'm gonna go show y'all chicks, and I'm gonna show y'all some man-mans. But then stop worrying about that shit. Run your bread up. Run your bread up. Stop focusing on shit that don't mean shit. You want to be a business person? Check this out. I'm going to tell you 3 things. It's 3 things, and then I'm out of here. God, business, and then everything else. God, business, and then everything else. Stop worrying about dumb shit. I'm out.